Hi everyone, my name is Varsha Satyan. I'm a lactation counselor and I practice in Chennai. Today I'm here to talk to you about breastfeeding. Yeah, breastfeeding is basically a very vast topic that we will be discussing. But what I'm planning to do here is to talk about the importance of initialization, establishment of breastfeeding, the start, basically how breastfeeding at the beginning stage will help you in sustaining it through the first 6 months and then till the child self weans. This is very important. So most of the mothers here, what happens is the moment it's basically very natural that breastfeeding is, in the ancient days, there was no interventions, nothing. As soon as the baby was born, the baby was given to the mother and the mother would breastfeed. So there was no alternative then, or there was no multiple options at that time. But now you see the growing rate of C-section and a mixed informations that is available in multiple platforms actually confuse the mother and the mother's mother or the family members. But I'm very happy to share with you that in today's generation, the new fathers are taking great initiative in working towards the breastfeeding. So most of the times whenever I get called, no, it's most of the time it's the husbands who actually call me and tell me that my wife is struggling and we are looking for some help. So can you help us and all. So that way I'm extremely happy that men are also taking the responsibilities in terms of breastfeeding. Yeah, coming back to the point of breastfeeding and early initialization, most of them actually think, the moment they are, about to step into their third trimester, they start shopping for a lot of things, especially into the hospital bag. So one common thing what they carry is a breastfeeding bra and breastfeeding nightie. But let me please tell you, kindly avoid both these or breastfeeding gowns, whatever it is. Please don't shop them in your hospital bag list. Not only that, if possible, try to avoid this for at least the first 3 months. Because what happens, this horizontal or vertical opening of the dress that you are wearing for breastfeeding is actually creating a gap between you and your baby. There is like, there's no sufficient skin to skin contact. Remember one thing, when the baby is inside the womb, it is 24/7 completely in the skin contact of the mother and always with the mother. So the child feels more secured and more comfortable. The moment the baby is out, it's a complete whole new atmosphere, whole new environment. So it is very important that you give the child a confidence saying that you were there with me and you will continue to be with me. That the sense of that confidence will be more it will be more better when it is done with proper exposure of skin to skin while breastfeeding. It is not just kangaroo mother care, once or twice a day, like half an hour, 1 hour, you keep it in the chest and then you take the baby out. It's not just that. See, when baby was there inside the womb for 24/7 completely with you, but at least if you're able to make it to 40 to 50% of that, that itself will ease a lot of breastfeeding issues in today's generation. The first very important point. And the second next important point is the usage of accessories, breastfeeding accessories like pump. Please don't buy any manual pumps, or please avoid buying pumps at the first 6 weeks of postpartum, which is and also if you are planning to buy a pump, I would really recommend you to talk to your lactation counselor and then decide what kind of pump is required and why you are pumping. So that actually plays a major role in breastfeeding and developing the breastfeeding. So that is very important. And also for very common problem is inverted and flat nipple, or the nipple that is not come out projectile, or or if the breast is too big or if the breast is too small. So these are the structure, every woman will have a different structure, and this one, see, there is a lot of changes in the breasts, the sizes, the way the nipple is and the way the breast is, everything. But Believe me one thing, it's the beauty of nature that the Mother Earth is, the God has gifted you with. So please don't body shame yourself saying that I have a small breast, I can't breastfeed my baby, or I have very huge breasts where I can't hold the breast and how am I going to feed the baby. Believe me, all these things are not a reason for not being able to breastfeed or anything. If you hold the baby properly, and if you give that baby the confidence and the comfort, believe me, babies will be able to breastfeed very efficiently. See, I'm here, I'm showing you this breast model that I have today. See this, and there is one more very common myth saying that the whole areola of the breast should go inside the mouth. Only then the baby will be able to breastfeed. See, let me tell you one more thing. What I would suggest is mouth full of breast. Forget about this black portion going inside or not going inside, because there would be some mothers who would have this areola really huge and the baby will not be able to take the complete areola. That doesn't mean that she cannot breastfeed. So what I would suggest here is, please check if the baby is having mouth full of breast. If the baby is having proper wide opening of the mouth and is able to grab as much as breast possible in their mouth. Okay, this is very important. So don't again here, you don't need any accessories like nipple shield or nipple puller from the, there are so many mothers, they feel that they have an inverted nipple and they start using something called nipple puller, or they massage whenever they are taking back during the pregnancy itself. They try to pull their nipple out like this. They would do a massage and they would pull the nipple like this and all. But believe me, if you are able to hold the baby in a correct position and latch the baby properly, the nipple will automatically come out. So you don't have to do anything with that. So you will not need any accessories. The main key thing that a baby needs after the baby is, born in this world, is only the mother, the complete time with the mother. So just give that mother the confidence. Just keep telling her that she's doing right, she's perfectly fine, no matter what it is. The only thing we have to constantly remind the mother is breastfeed the baby on demand. Whenever the baby is demanding, please watch out the early hunger cues. Please watch out the signs that the baby will want to feed. Please feed the baby on demand. That is very, very important, right? So if we actually continue talking, there is a few more topics that I can cover up. So quickly I'll tell you a small, a small informations like my breast milk is not sufficient for the baby is most of the mothers' doubts in today's generation. But believe me, if you are able to give birth to your baby, if you are giving breast milk from the beginning, if you frequently keep putting the baby at the breast and get the baby sucking at the breast, your breast will are able to make milk for the baby. So there is no concept that my milk is not sufficient in a normal case. On a very rare condition that happens, that can be dealt later. But in general, you will have sufficient breast milk. So please believe in your own supply. It's just that get baby suck more frequently at your breast to be able to produce the baby's demands. So just because the baby is not getting enough milk, don't try to jump into topping up, or don't get panicked that oh, my baby is always asking for milk. There are other factors also that would be associated with breastfeeding or with a connection to the mother. Kindly consult a lactation counselor before giving birth to the baby, so that we give you complete knowledge and complete information about this breastfeeding, so that after the baby's birth, it's easy cakewalk for you. Then you don't have to worry about breastfeeding at all, and just comes like a magic to you. You will continue breastfeeding. I hope I have actually covered sufficient topics on breastfeeding in a very short format today. So we'll now move on to the question and answers. Like I've seen a lot of mothers are actually asking questions regarding breastfeeding. As I answer those questions, I think a lot of mothers who would have similar issues also will get their doubts sorted. So we'll move on to the question and answers now, and see you again with another new topic very soon regarding breastfeeding, because breastfeeding is really a vast topic that we can talk. I wish all the mothers a very happy motherhood, and now we will move on to the question and answers. Yeah. as we move on to the question and answers, the first question is from Arfat Shawali. I want to know the pros and cons of side lying and feeding baby. Is it safe? See, actually, in the initial first few weeks, it might be little difficult for the mother itself to feed in the side lying position. I don't say don't feed in side lying position, but yes, there are certain measures that you need to take when you're feeding with side lying position. That baby should have proper back support, the mother should have proper back support, the mother should have a support in between her legs in the knee joint for breastfeeding. And with this, I think you can breastfeed, but also see to it that you are conscious when you are breastfeeding the baby, because sometimes what happens, the latch misses up and the baby is not able to get the sufficient milk. The latch is not proper when side lying position for some mothers. This is not in all cases. So if you take proper precautions, yes, absolutely you can go with side lying position. Yeah. And then Amanpreet Kamboj, she's asked, my baby is 1 year old and now want to stop breastfeeding now because I'm working woman, but how to do this? Just want to know this in today's live chat. Waiting for this. Yes, Amanpreet, working mothers, no, I mean, as the baby is about 1 year now, you don't have to actually wean the baby from breastfeeding. Rather, what you can do is you can breastfeed the baby when you are around the baby, and as the baby is already on solid foods, you don't have to worry about other nutrition. The baby is already on solids, so your breast milk will still continue giving the antibodies and other necessary nutrients that the child needs as the baby is growing now. So please continue. I would suggest please continue breastfeeding. Whenever you are there around, just try to breastfeed, and if possible just pump and leave some stash at home, so that when the baby really needs, the baby still gets the breast milk. You can pump if you want to, because above 1 year you can just plan your you can schedule your breastfeeding according to your work timing. So probably have a personalized chat with a lactation counselor and discuss on your work timing, and according to that you can plan this. Amanpreet, I hope you will continue breastfeeding. So please, you can think of letting your child self wean from breastfeeding. If not, also if you really want to wean, then probably it is better you take up a session where we will tell you how to gently self wean the baby. It is not good to stop all of a sudden. So think about it, and then we are anyway there to help you out anytime you want to. Okay. Yeah, and we move on to next question is Sonam Patel. What are the benefits of breastfeeding? Sonam, actually there are lots of benefits of breastfeeding, physically, psychologically, emotionally. See, first thing is breastfeeding. One of the very important benefit of breastfeeding, what I would say is, especially during this COVID-19 situations, there are so many babies who had COVID-19, or even mothers who had COVID-19. They could heal much faster as they were breastfeeding. They could heal much faster as they were breastfeeding. So breastfeeding has antibodies that can even fight coronavirus. I think this is one very important point that I could share here, because other benefits are already there listed in many forums. But this coronavirus can be protected. I mean, babies who had corona positive also, as they breastfed, they could heal much faster. So this is one benefit of breastfeeding. Next is Madhavi Kolera. How long should a mother breastfeed? See, this question, I'll tell you one thing. A child can breastfeed as long as the child feels confident. So there is no upper age limit for this. That is the reason why World Health Organization guidelines also says up to 2 years and beyond. That beyond, as of now, no one is told that this is the number of years. There are so many mothers who have breastfed for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years also. So you can still continue doing that. There are a lot of forums where the mothers are sharing their extended breastfeeding experiences. Probably you can have a look at it and see how long they have been breastfeeding. Yeah. And so Madhavi, I think I've answered your question. Yeah. And then yeah. Varsha, help me with some tips. Now in October he will be 3 years old, but night he wants bottle feed, and now I am at home. Sometime he wants breast milk as well. Varsha, actually, 3 years, I think it is high time you actually think of weaning the bottle. What you can do is, if you are still breastfeeding the baby, in the night feeds, try to lie down and feed the baby breast milk, which is not harmful at all. You can lie down and feed. And also, what I would suggest is, you can instead of giving bottle, what you can do is you can cuddle the baby, tap the baby, or sing for the baby, and then make the baby sleep instead of giving bottle in the midnight. So some babies have oral health issues when they are bottle fed in the middle of the night, because the food particles doesn't get clean after that. So please check on that, Varsha. So I would suggest, try to gently wean off the bottle. You can probably replace the bottle with some attractive mugs or cups, so that before the bedtime, and give that, and get the baby in the habit of brushing the teeth before the bedtime. So this will help you slowly sort out the situation. It will not happen overnight, but gradually, yes, you will be able to see a good change. And next question is by Durga Salvi. When should a mother avoid breastfeeding? Contraindications. See, with some basic I don't want to get into too much detail of this, but some contraindications are like, if the mother is having some what I can say. See, some of the contraindications are like galactosemia, or if the mother is taking any radiation therapies, and she's under medication for cancer or something, then yes, or she is under antidepressive tablets if she's taking, then she's not supposed to breastfeed. So even for mothers who are having HIV, there is a tablet where she can continue taking that tablet without missing even a single day. If she's taking those tablets, she can continue breastfeeding with proper informed decision. She can either directly breastfeed, or she can pump, and there is a process to give pumped breast milk of HIV positive mother to the baby. That can be done up to 1 year of age. Yeah. And the next question is Revati Rajamani. How can I increase breast milk supply? See, most of the mothers ask me this question, like, I feel my supply is low and I want to increase breast milk. See, first thing is, please understand, genuinely, if your breast milk supply has got low, please understand one thing: you feed your baby in on demand with proper position and latch, it will get better. Additionally, if you want to increase, there are lots of list of galactogogues that is available in the internet, but don't try to dump everything together. Just have one or two a day and see. But one thing is, if you drink more milk, absolutely you will not be able to make more breast milk. So drinking more milk to make more breast milk is not a right option, but keeping yourself well hydrated, taking lot of fluids will help you. Keep your mind calm, stay relaxed, stay happy. Your breast milk will naturally increase. So I would say, how can I increase breast milk supply is to keep your mind calm, stay happy, breastfeed your baby on demand. If possible, please try to play with your baby. Yeah, and give a massage and give a bath. Try to be happy around, so your breast milk will naturally increase. So you don't have to do anything additional to that. Yeah. And the next question is Bhavna Anankat. Does soft breast means low milk supply? Absolutely no, not all the time. You see, I'll tell you one thing: these engorgement or this heaviness of the breast will stay for some time, and it might come and go once a while. So that doesn't mean, like, if your breast is soft, that does not have milk or something. If your baby is properly breastfed, the baby will get milk when the baby is sucking. So not all the conditions, if the soft breast is there, then there's no milk supply. It depends on the factors, like if you're giving more formula, and if the baby is getting very less of breast milk, then yes, the chances of a dip in the supply is possible. Yeah. And next is Supriya. Are special precautions needed for handling breast milk? Yes. if you're pumping and storing the breast milk, it has a precautions that you need to follow. There is a special guidelines what you have to do for the pumped breast milk, how you have to store it in room temperature under refrigerator or deep freeze, and how you have to thaw it, store it, all these things. It has a process. So that itself is a long topic. Probably we can do that a little late next time or something. But yes, handling breast milk is it is very important to do it in a right way. And Supriya again, uh, where can mothers find more information about preparation and storage of breast milk? See, there are, again, I'm telling you, there are a lot of forums who are having this one, but uh, I would suggest is temperature with the city to city will change. So probably you can have a discussion with your lactation counselor in the city. You can go have a talk with them and discuss with them. They would be able to guide you better on the regional part, the climatic conditions based on your city. So they would be the right person to give you the correct information. Yes. And Supriya again, how can a mother continue to provide breast milk to infant after returning from work? Very simple. As soon as you come, uh, because of this corona and all, just take a hot shower or something, get yourself fresh, and then get back to start. As soon as you are fresh from bath, and just change your dress and start feeding the baby. That's all. There is no special, like you need to pump, and there are so many myths regarding this, that you need to pump and throw the milk out and then you have to breastfeed. Absolutely, there is nothing like that. As long as the milk is inside your breast, it is perfectly safe for the baby to be drinking anytime, so no problem. As soon as you come back, see to it that your things are properly sterilized and everything. You go have a hot shower, come back. Okay. Yes. So I think with these questions, we have finished the question and answers that were there. I hope it was very informative for you. And I'm looking forward to talk to you guys again with another topic related to breastfeeding very soon. So hope this information was very useful for you all. Have a nice day, and thank you, Baby Chakra, for this wonderful opportunity. It really means a lot because we are able to spread the correct information for the mothers out there. Thank you. Take care. Bye.